People are sending me my face on things.
Oh,
Shout out Cavell for the merch.
Be sure to get your VeVe, Ecomi, and Omi merch at CavellAnderson.com. Our primary line will always be available, while our limited edition section will only ever have 100 items total and will never be sold again. Get it while supplies last. Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another VeVe and Ecomi video. In this one, we are going to be going over a very, very good question that I was asked in the comments section of my $10 Omi token video, and I actually responded and said I would actually make a video on this because I know we have a lot of people who may not understand the goal and objective of the token, and it's so many investors in the community who just don't take what the team says at their word. But me personally, being here from the beginning, well, the beginning of this year or last year, I actually have been here to witness the fact that they deliver everything that they say they're going to deliver, even if it's not on time. So in my opinion, if you look at their careers and their track record of always delivering what they say that they're going to deliver for the last multiple decades, and you just put it all together, and you know the team, you know all this information, you just know certain things is coming. So a lot of my predictions and things are built on the fact of them actually being able to deliver the things that they're promising, and where the spaces in general are going to be heading, and VeVe's position in these spaces. So when it comes down to the price prediction, a lot of people want these numbers and stuff. You're not going to be able to find numbers that make sense on where a metaverse can go, because we have never had a metaverse before. It only makes sense to me that metaverses are going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry, but you can't look back historically and put numbers into place as to, okay, this is a fact that metaverses are going to be worth trillions. It's just you have to really know what a metaverse is going to be and why it can be a trillion-dollar industry, and more than likely is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Same with NFTs, same with crypto. This is stuff that's never existed before in human history. So you have to be able to basically get to these, get as much information as you can about NFTs, about cryptocurrency, and about and about metaverses as possible. So that being said, we are going to jump into the questions because these are really good. So he asked basically, how's the Omi token going to relate to VeVe? And what will drive institutions and people to invest? Now, I think that this is very good questions, because you have to understand how this is gonna, what's gonna make people invest in this token, obviously, if it's ever gonna be worth a trillion or $2 trillion. Like, because my claim personally is that I think that this project is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar project. Because the fact of the matter is, I think that it's going to be among the top metaverses, which I just stated that a lot of these metaverses I think are going to be worth multi-trillion. So I think that it's going to be among the top in metaverses in the world, if not the top. I also think that it's going to be among the top NFT businesses, which I also think is another multi-trillion-dollar industry. I think that VeVe is going to be among the top of those as well. And then cryptocurrency. I think that we're going, like, because of the IP, because of everything that's related to this, I think that I can easily see the crypto side of things blowing up just as much. So yeah, and keep in mind, my prediction is also for 10 years. So something like the comparisons to Bitcoin and Ethereum, none of that stuff actually matters, because if you would have compared Bitcoin to anything else back in the day, it would have made no sense then either. So those comparisons are just void automatically, in my opinion. So anyway, getting into what will drive the institutions and people to invest, and the basically the use cases for the Omi token. We already know that well, if you don't know this, exchanges are going to come. Exchanges were supposed to come last year, which is why we didn't see token movement. People are making it seem as though the token just didn't move and every catalyst was released or something and the token flopped. In reality, not a single catalyst that was supposed to move the token was released. So the token just pretty much did whatever. It was a wild, wild west with the token, because no catalyst actually came, because they ran into more problems than they thought that they would run into. Liquidity is very, very important, because whales are not going to invest in this token. Like, this project is uninvestable for whales. Like, yes, we have some whales here, but what you have to understand is, compared to the whales that's going to be coming, these whales are really nothing, like, to keep it 100 with you. And not this, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way or anything. It's just the people who are in this project are kind of like stuck. There's no liquidity to get out. So a lot of these people are just simply stuck in the project. That being said, liquidity and exchanges, we know that that's going to really move the price of the Omi token. It's going to be speculative. Like, people are asking me all the time, yo, so if we get on this exchange, how high is that going to move the Omi token? It's never happened before, ever. Like it's never happened in the history of the world before. Anyone sitting here telling you based on another token that did this, another token that did that, you can't do that. I mean, you can get rough estimates. Okay, that token is an NFT token. Let's see what that did. You can get rough estimates as to how this will impact the token, but the fact of the matter is, it's still just guesswork. I think that basically being on exchanges, I think that that's going to come with a pump. But the fact that this project is tied to Disney, Marvel, DC, and then the way that they go about promoting and metaverses and stuff like that, I think because this can be a project with hundreds of millions of downloads, it's going to perform different than anything that we have ever seen. And this is also, this token is also tied to a top grossing app in the world. It's just, we've not seen this before. We've not, like, it's just so many factors that we haven't seen. Anyone telling you that they can calculate this is lying. Like, to keep it 100 with you, it's never happened before. We have to gather certain information. We have to see. Basically, my best case scenario, this is a multi-trillion-dollar space. So to think if this, let's say this space can be worth $100 trillion in the future, do I think that VeVe is capable of getting 2 trillion of those? It's really that simple. I believe the space is capable of going to $100 trillion. And I believe that out of that 100 trillion, VeVe can get 2. That's the simple, but we need more information. As more information comes, I always adjust my thoughts, and nothing has changed thus far to make me believe that otherwise. So it's just about getting more information. I always predict based on best case scenario within the next 10 years, within the next decade, because I think the world is going to drastically change. Market caps and things like that is going to drastically change, and it will be unrecognizable. So yeah, that being said, the Omi token is going to have credit card to Omi, which is going to attract non-investors. Basically, if you don't know what cryptocurrency is, you don't have an exchange, you don't have wallets or any of that stuff, you don't know about crypto whatsoever, you're still going to be able to purchase the Omi token using your credit card. You might be thinking, well, what's the motivation to do that? This is what is it actually going to be used for? Why would people get the token? You're going to be having exclusive drops. You're going to be getting exclusive drops. You're going to have exclusive benefits for using the Omi token. What type of benefits? We don't know yet. It's still being designed. It's still coming. But the fact of the matter is, the team and the business holds a lot of these tokens. It's in their best interest for these tokens to become valuable. So they need to design things to draw people in. So that's a problem that needs to be solved. That's a problem that's going to be solved when we have metaverses and things like that for that they build. Like, but the thing is, the team ignored the token for the first year. The team ignored the token and focused in on actually building a product, because they're not thirsty about blowing up a token. You saw so many tokens blow up this year because everyone was trying to jump into the token hype. When you have a project like VeVe that's literally just dominating in every single space that it's in, you don't need to worry about short-term pumps, bull markets, and things like that. That doesn't matter at all. Because the fact of the matter is, the app itself and the VeVe project will move this token, and they have also confirmed that other projects will also be burning the Omi token as well. So if you don't know this, VeVe is not the only app that's going to be burning the Omi token. They are partnering with other maybe gaming companies, whatever type of business and stuff like that, that will also be burning the Omi token. So yes, VeVe isn't the only thing that's going to be burning this, but I believe VeVe can be a multi-trillion dollar business. So that being said, staking the Omi token for benefits. There's going to be the staking program. Now there's information available on the staking program. I'm not going to go into that, but yeah, staking. It's good if they give you the right incentives and you stake. And you want to stake the Omi token, you don't have to actually understand what staking is. You don't have to know that it's a crypto term. You don't have to know any of that. Let's just say you have to stake X amount of tokens to buy land. Let's say that's going to be the thing. You have to stake X amount of tokens to be able to purchase land in the VeVeverse. People don't have to know what staking is. They don't have to know what the cryptocurrency is. They just know they need a certain amount of Omi. So they use their credit card, buy a certain amount of Omi. Now they're in the pool to be able to buy land. It's really that simple. And that's from the casual investor side. That's not anybody who has to understand crypto or anything like that. That's just a casual person. I want to buy land in this amazing place, in this amazing metaverse. So I'm going to stake without even knowing that that's crypto related whatsoever. Omi is going to be Omi to accessories. You're going to be able to purchase certain accessories using Omi token as well. It's a utility token. You're going to be able to buy things with it and do things with this token. You're going to be able to purchase accessories, and obviously every transaction burns the Omi token as well. So you're going to be able to purchase accessories, Omi to NFTs. Also, like I said, exclusive NFTs as well. So, like let's say they do certain big drops where like one of one pieces. Let's say they get the painting the Mona Lisa or something like that. Obviously, that's very ambitious. But let's say they get the Mona Lisa, and it's a one of one. And you can only purchase this using, and it's Omi after staking. So now you're staking to be able to get in the pool to get the Mona Lisa, and then the Mona Lisa is going to cost millions right out of the gate because it's a one of one. It's probably going to cost, could probably easily go for like 10, like I ain't gonna say like 10, like actually some good millions. I don't know how much the actual Mona Lisa is worth, but I mean, if I did some research on how much the actual Mona Lisa is worth, we could probably do some numbers around that. But that's a big deal. And just the fact that we're getting the Mona Lisa on VeVe, that would be massive press. So we don't know what type of stuff is coming to VeVe, but it's other things. I'm not going to say of Mona Lisa caliber, but there's some other massive caliber things. We have a Disney license, and they said that things of equal caliber is going to be coming to VeVe. So 2022 is going to be very interesting. That being said, land is, it's very speculative. It's a very speculative area since we have not really seen much information about the VeVeverse, but land is going to be a major player when it comes down to what's generating a lot of money for VeVe. Look at some of these other projects that has land, Earth 2 and stuff like that, and what these pieces of land are selling for. I think I've heard that some metaverses are selling land for more than the land is actually worth in the real world. So that's interesting. Just hearing things like that. I don't know if it's true. I haven't dug into it that deep because I don't actually care about those the land on those projects. But yeah, land is going to be a massive thing. A lot of the whales that I know are waiting. Excuse me, yo. Your boy's still a little sick, got a little cough, but yeah, a lot of the whales that I know, they're preparing for land. They're waiting for land so they can like people. I know people trying to dump some net worth to buy some land. They're trying to dump some of their net worth to buy some land, like big chunks. So if some multi-millionaires, potentially close to billionaires or something like that, is trying to dump 20% of their net worth into land on VeVe, that should tell you something. So yeah, land is going to be massive. And also what you can do on land. It's the Omi is the currency of the VeVeverse. So if on land you can create businesses, people can rent out this land to business owners. So we're gonna have businesses. Excuse me, yo. I'm getting kind of been talking a little bit too long. Basically, let's try to get to the biggest points here. You're going to be able to have movie theaters, maybe. Like, this is all speculative. All we know for a fact is you're going to be able to have businesses in the VeVeverse. You're going to be able to build things on land. Let's say you build a movie theater. Let's say you build a museum. Let's say you build some type of mini game. You're going to be able to charge people to get in. You can charge an Omi more than likely. Omi is the currency of the VeVeverse, so chances are everything is going to be bought in Omi. Like let's say the utility behind traveling. Like you're gonna have to have certain NFTs to get. Like if I require for you to get in my business, if I require that you have a secret rare Spider-Man to get in, now you have to buy that NFT. If my business is lit enough to basically make it so you want to actually pay to get that Spider-Man. Like make it so, okay, this experience that he's offering is so amazing that I'm going to buy this secret rare Spider-Man just so I can get in those doors. Like let's say y'all don't know, but one of my homies is LeBron James. I got Michael Jordan, and like LeBron James and Michael Jordan, they my homies, and they're gonna be chilling with me inside of this VeVe, inside of this business. So now you're gonna pay the $20,000 for a secret rare Spider-Man. Obviously, just having those two as my friends in my business, that's going to drive the price of the secret rare Spider-Man up drastically. And one thing that I will say that people are not taking into consideration when it comes down to the price of things is that you don't know who's on this app already. We already have, what's his name, Sergio. He has like 20 million followers on social media, and he plays for the Barcelona soccer team or football team, depending on if you're in the UK or US. Basically, everything is going to be driven and becoming more expensive based on who we have on the platform. We're going to be getting more and more celebrities on the platform. More and more money is going to be coming into the project, and more buzz is going to be going about this project. So what you have to understand is it's just VeVe has been trying to slow things down because they had an app prepared for 60,000 people, and then they ended up getting 2 million downloads. It's just they were not prepared to handle that. This was just tough. This was a tough situation for them. So they have been trying to slow down everything. They didn't want everything to pop off and get to blowing up too fast, because they needed time to build and get the project in the position. So I mean, even though they took the beta tag off of it, this is basically a beta platform that's performing like this. It's basically still in beta. This is just the beginning. Like nothing that that was intended to be done was able to be done. Like, does it sound like an app that has to transfer over to a whole different blockchain because the blockchain you on is trash? Does it sound like that's a non-beta project? Like, no. Like, even though that tag was removed, with like, this is still beta. This is still just the beginning. So I think when they say that this is just the tip of the iceberg, you have to understand what that means, because nothing that they had planned was able to be accomplished because they were getting held up by so many different problems that they they didn't expect to take so long. Like if Immutable X says, okay, come to our platform, we're going to offer this, and that, and it's going to be crazy. You're going to have an amazing experience. And then Immutable X can't deliver on what they promised. So it takes forever to even get to Immutable X. I mean, it takes some time. Immutable, and you can't really blame Immutable X. Immutable X come in here cocky, like, okay, we have the best. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, and they expect to be able to handle it. Turns out they dropped the ball. They can't handle what they thought they could handle. They're moving way too fast. They're getting too many big names and brands on board. They were not ready for that. And honestly, Immutable X and VeVe are having similar problems. They were getting way too many people, big brands, and crazy amounts of traffic and stuff like that. Both of these two networks are sitting here struggling with the exact same problem. They're both are bigger than they can handle, and they're trying to. And honestly, VeVe is the best partner to have, because you see VeVe solving it, you see Immutable X solving it. Like that relationship there, they're helping each other get to the next level. So yeah, that being said, this is just a lot of information and a lot of the things that I consider when I look at how the price can move. Like if literally they've been trying to stop growth, they've been doing all this that they're doing with their hands behind their back, and now they're finally going to let loose in 2022 and actually try to go forward, because you have to understand they've been trying to keep the doors locked. This year they're going to try to go forward. This is the first time we've seen that from VeVe as well. We don't know what it looks like when VeVe actually has full gloves off and just goes 100% at it. But let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I definitely want to hear some thoughts. If you have any more questions and want me to elaborate on certain things, just let me know in the comments. I'll try to keep making videos like this where I do explain certain things. I do want to make sure that everyone is understanding all the information and all the things that I see that leads me to my predictions, because you have a lot of people who just say Moon Boy and things like that, but I think it's very, very proven, if you look at my track record, that I have made a lot of successful calls. So at that point, how can you just dismiss all the things that I have called correctly because I have understood things that most people didn't understand? Is it really wise to just dismiss it and chalk it up to me being crazy? It's one thing, and one thing that people can never really do is take the points and go at the points. Like metaverses, no, metaverses are not going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry because of this, because of that. And it's just like people can never really break down the facts and say that no, this is not going to happen. People say that they can't believe that something is going to happen, and I don't really invest off of people's emotions or beliefs. I invest off of reality. If the entire real estate market is moving over to NFTs, I believe that NFTs are going to be worth trillions. Like, it's just that simple. And not just the NFT space, like not just in like America or something. The entire real estate market of the entire world, all real estate markets are going to be run through NFTs and on blockchains and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, that sounds like a multi-trillion-dollar industry to me. But I mean, this is just stuff that you have to research. You have to be able to wrap your head around, and yeah, ask some questions. Like, keep in mind that there's no experts. Like, I know a lot of people who always want, I want to talk to a numbers expert so they can tell me the math behind this and stuff like that. This has never existed before in mankind. The fact is, people like to portray themselves as experts because it brings in money, it pays the bills. You are making these experts money. The fact of the matter is, it's no experts in this space. everyone is just speculating and coming to, and even me, even myself, but I don't pretend to be an expert. I tell you all the stuff that I'm calculating, the impact that I think it's going to have, and I just leave it at that. Like, this is why I believe what I believe. But yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Like I said, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications so you stay updated. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you all in the next one. Peace out, y'all.